Hello everybody and welcome to this series about challenge and motivation. In the first episode we will talk about challenge and how it is connected to fun, enjoyment. So what is a challenge? The term challenge can be defined in different ways. For example, it can be described as a call or summon to engage in any contest as of skill, strength, etc. Another definition is a test of one's abilities or resources in a demanding but stimulating undertaking. And at first glance those definitions seem quite similar, but the second one includes a very important statement when it comes to motivation. Demanding but stimulating. And maybe you remember this picture from the first video. It was said that our need for competence, if satisfied, will enhance our intrinsic motivation. And when an activity is too easy, it is boring, and if it's too hard, it is frustrating. In other words, we'll enjoy an activity the most if it is challenging. But when exactly can a challenge be called challenging? Abuhamdeh and Csikszentmihalyi conducted a study in which people played chess and rated the experience in terms of enjoyment, challenge and skill afterwards. So enjoyment means how much fun did I have playing, and challenge means how strong was my opponent. Skill means how well did I perform relative to my opponent. Additionally, data for challenge and skill was collected via an ELO system and an analysis software respectively. So they had two sets of data. One, perceived by the players, and two, calculated by software. And both sets showed the same result. People had the most fun when they played against slightly stronger opponents and performed a little better than them. In this case, we speak of an optimal challenge. Any deviation in challenge and skill has consequences on the enjoyment. Let's take a look at those two figures. Figure 1 shows that players had more fun playing against stronger opponents. A weak opponent has a significant impact on the enjoyment. A very strong opponent, on the other hand, doesn't seem to be that big of a deal. We still enjoy it more than playing against a weaker one. A reason might be that we can or have to unfold our full potential against stronger opponents. A weak opponent, we don't need our full potential to be victorious. Figure 2 shows that we don't want to suck, but don't want to steamroll our opponents either. The optimal point is slightly above an equal opponent. It is also interesting that we overall prefer to outperform our opponents rather than being outperformed. You could say, even if it is not challenging, we want to deliver a good performance. So challenging means to compete in an environment that is slightly above our current skill. But does that imply that adding a challenge to any activity leads to more fun? No, it doesn't. For example, take watching television, YouTube, a movie, whatever. There is not much of a challenge, but we enjoy it. Would you have more fun watching television while jumping on one leg? I doubt it. That is because in this kind of activity, we are not the main attraction. We shift the focus of attention from ourselves to the things we are watching. It is not important what we do, it is important what the ones we are watching are doing. So in which case does a challenge have an impact on our intrinsic motivation? The answer is an intrinsically motivated, goal-oriented activity, or short, like a hobby. For example, playing chess. But let's take a closer look at the single components. Intrinsically. It seems to be important that we decide ourselves if we want to partake in an activity, like a hobby. If an activity is extrinsically motivated, for example at work, challenge won't play that much of a role, according to Abuhamdeh and Csikszentmihalyi. A reason might be that we are obligated to fulfill the task and therefore don't want to put that much effort in it. So a challenging task doesn't have to be more fun than an easier one if we are extrinsically motivated. But they also say that the importance of challenge for the enjoyment is not exclusive for sports, games, etc. Even in extrinsically motivated environments like school, it is possible for some students to be motivated by challenging tasks. Goal-oriented. It means that we work towards a clear, predefined condition. That can be winning a game, making it to the top of a mountain, or playing a golf course on par. If we have a goal, we set a bar for ourselves and we give our best to reach it. We need a goal to compare our skills to in order to decide if it is challenging. Imagine we are playing basketball and our task is score as many 3-point shots in 1 minute as possible. We have a goal, play 1 minute, and a challenge, score 3-point shots. But now take away the goal and our task is only score 3-point shots. But we don't know how many or how long or just simply why. Does it make our experience more fun? I don't think so, because we cannot measure or compare our performance. It just limits our actions, and that means undermining our need for autonomy. But the concept of psychological needs will be the topic of the next episode. We will take a look at what constellations are possible, what might be an example, and does adding a challenge to it equals in more fun? Thank you for watching. Until next time, have a good one.